If you're wondering about the timing of the new EIDL application and the new PPP Round 2, stay tuned, this brief video is for you. Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's January 2nd. I hope your year's off to a great start, and I hope your weekend is off to a great start. Okay, let's dive in. Here are the questions everyone has been asking. Do I need to do anything to get the full 10K EIDL grant? How do I find out if I'm eligible under the low income provision? And when will the application go live? The SBA has not issued final guidance yet. That's the most important thing I want to say. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to be one of the first, whatever form or rules the SBA releases, I'll tell you how to be one of the first to apply and why that's so important. Many of you know this is the form that went live on March 29th. We are expecting any day now for a new form to go live. As always, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting our channel. Also, stay tuned until the end. You may know we are donating all of our YouTube revenue to subscribers of our channel. Hit subscribe. We've given away over $15,000, I think, over the last 6 months. We're trying to do everything possible to help. On Christmas Day, we gave away 10 $100 Amazon gift cards. On New Year's Eve, we gave away 10 $100 Amazon gift cards. We're going to do the same this coming week as well. Just subscribe, and important announcements about that at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Okay, I just want to say off the bat, our team literally checks the SBA website throughout the day, all day, every day. So we are on top of what's happening. We've read the legislation. I have read all of the legislation as it pertains to EIDL, PPP, and some of the other important benefits. You may recall back, I think in August, I read a couple thousand pages of the HEROES Act to try to get attention to the HEROES Act to get it to pass. Yes, that's what I look like here. It's rare that I go on camera. I mostly do the screencasts because it's quicker to get out the information. But anyway, that was back in August. I've read the legislation this time around, and I want to point out a couple important things for you to keep in mind. But first, on the SBA website, as it says, EIDL advances are no longer available. Of course, in the new law that was signed into law 6 days ago, last Sunday, there's targeted EIDL advances for small businesses, but basically you need to be in a low-income community, have suffered an economic loss of greater than 30%, and employ not more than 300 people. Those are the main things. Here is why it's so important to move quickly. $20 billion isn't that much for the demand we saw in the first go-around. You know, if you're curious, SBA publishes all their data. Of course, it's never enough. We always want more data and why things are taking so long. This is based on the EIDL loans, and there were almost 4 million loans approved. That's a fraction of the EIDL grants. We tracked over 100,000 people's EIDL advances as part of our tracker tool. We estimate there were almost 10 million EIDL grant applications. I mean, that's nuts. Let's say all of those 10 million applicants, more or less, it's not exact, but that's our guess, got $1,000. That's $10 billion right there. Let's say they all got $2,000. That's the $20 billion right there. That doesn't account for the people that got the full 10K. The average we saw in our data was a little under $4,000 EIDL advance in the first go around. So that's $40 billion right there. Let's say all 10 million applicants got $4,000. So even though this is fresh funding, there is a limit to what can be given out. And the second point is the timing of the application in the first go-around was very quick. On the 27th of March, President Trump signed into law the CARES Act. At midnight on the 29th, the new form went live. Basically, this page went live at midnight on the 29th. Some of you were on it right away. That was 9 p.m. on the West Coast. So we know a lot of the West Coast folks were still up and pounced on this new application. Again, that happened so quickly. We certainly expect there will be some news this week. Okay, here's why you need to get in line. This is our free Skip app available on the App Store and Google Play. Search Hello Skip. Links right at the top of the description. The EIDL grant tracker, over 10,000 of you have already signed up for it. So the 10,000 of you that have, you will get alerts as soon as the new form or rules go live, as soon as we know what's what. Is it going to be the same form? Is it going to be a new form? Is it going to be a new process entirely? We don't know. The SBA is figuring that out as we speak. The over 10,000 of you who've signed up in the first couple days are going to get alerted first. Again, this will show a few things. Number one, currently no action is needed. As soon as there's action needed, we will update that. We will also give you an alert as well, so you don't miss out on the new form. Number two, you can see if your address qualifies. I showed this briefly in the past video, but you can quickly see the data. But if you put in another address here, let's say 3600 Broadway in Oakland, that happens to be in a low-income area. So when you update the tracker, it changes to yes, your address qualifies. So that's a way to quickly see if you qualify for the most important provision, if you're located in a low-income community under the targeted EIDL advance where you are eligible for the full 10K. Again, the rest of the talk that you may be seeing about everyone will be eligible for the full 10K, that's all talk right now. Based on the legislation, there's no mention of everyone being entitled to the full 10K. We're hopeful that maybe the SBA will change their rules and say, sure, you can reapply, you can top up, but that is not in the law, and it is up to the SBA to decide how best to distribute the funds. Based on the data I just showed, there is a strong indication that they will keep the same rules they did in the first go-around, 1K per employee, except for the targeted EIDL areas if you are in a low-income community. So that's the first thing. If you use the app, you can quickly see if you qualify. That's the most important thing. And the second is if there's any action to be taken. Now, since thousands of you jumped on this right away, I will say, because we pushed this very quickly, in some cases, you may need to force close the app and reopen. Whether you are on the App Store or Google Play, this allows for the app to update to the latest version. I just want to mention that, and I apologize for it, in case the app crashes, let's say, on the first open. It's an easy fix, just force close it and everything should work smooth. Part of this is because we didn't expect this much demand on the app in the first couple days. We're so happy to have this out. If you have any issues with the app, please leave in the comments. I would love to hear. I will personally address them if you have any issues. And if you want to see something else, please let me know in the comments. I'll also show you the two other trackers we have, the stimulus tracker. This is good news. Almost 5% of people have gotten their new stimulus check based on our self-reporting here. So this is also on the app. You can quickly calculate how much you'll get. So if I put down 2 dependents here and updated the app, I would see that my second stimulus check amount goes up. You can share this with others as well. It goes a long way because this is free. Maybe you're not ready to commit to a free app. So if that's the case, at least subscribe to this channel so we can keep you up to date with videos. But if you want the fastest alerts, just get the free app in the App Store. Finally, in vaccine news, no progress. You may be aware that the US is being criticized now for the slow rollout of the vaccine. This 3 million number has not changed in a few days, and this is based on CDC information. So obviously we're hoping that picks up. You know, the reopening of the economy is based on many things, but one of the biggest things is how quickly can people get vaccinated and continue to follow rules in your city or state. Here's what it looks like on the App Store and Google Play. No action needed yet, but please, if you do one thing from this video, set yourself up to be alerted first. You can subscribe to other channels. There are so many great channels out there. Meet Kevin, Clear Value Tax, so many others that have good information. But if you want to be the first to pull the trigger and submit the EIDL grant application and see if you qualify, check out the app. By the way, if you click more info here as well, we update this daily too to give you some peace of mind. You can see how many times we check and post updates there too. So it's another quick way to check and give you peace of mind. Later today on the app, we are also going to talk about the PPP round 2, especially some of the rules in the second go around, how to know if you qualify. And as I mentioned, later this week, we will have a PPP tracker right in the app as well. So if you're thinking about applying for a PPP loan, whether you have done it before or not, we highly recommend it. It's definitely worth doing it, whether you have a small business or self-employment. Stay tuned. As always, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting our channel. Last thing before we go, we've given out free money now to over 100 folks. Those are subscribers of this channel who've won some of our #SkipStimulus money. Since we've decided to continue this, I'd love to know in the comments as well, if you've won once, should you be eligible to win again? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe it's you can only win once a month or once every 6 months. Feel free to share in the comments. Also, if you have any questions about EIDL PPP specifics or any questions about the app, stay well, stay healthy, and have a good rest of the weekend.